We're coming near the end of 2022, and what seems like out of nowhere, the Black Clover series has arguably seen a surge in popularity. As a fan of the series myself, I don't really know how to explain it, but with next year dropping way more merch and collectibles than ever before, a mobile turn-based RPG video game that will be adapting the entire story, and honestly, look pretty solid, a seemingly vague tweet by the director of the anime that may be hinting towards its return in the future, and finally, the topic of this video, the Black Clover movie, Sword of the Wizard King. Us fans of the series are going to eat next year. And even with the manga that went on hiatus 3 months earlier in the year, it's still kicking it in the top 10 on the Shonen Jump app with a lot of the heavy hitters on the platform. But I feel an uneasy feeling in the air regarding this upcoming movie. I feel as if a lot is riding on this movie to be successful. If you don't understand why I feel this way, then while you're here and I have your attention, I would like to go over these very reasons why. Whoa. Before we say anything else, I just want you guys to just check really quickly if you're even subscribed to me at this point. I want you to just go down there, press subscribe, just do it for me really quickly. If you like content like this, you're gonna want to subscribe, trust me. Let's get back onto this. With this being Black Clover's first ever feature-length film, I of course am super excited. This has been something that I would have thought would have been given to the series a lot sooner rather than later. But whatever, we're finally here at this point. The biggest piece of news to come out of this though is that the fact that the movie will be releasing day one worldwide in theaters and on Netflix. That's freaking huge, man. Having the fact that we aren't even gonna have to wait for it to come out immediately is awesome. But that Netflix part, it scares me. I have this irrational fear that the movie will severely underperform in the box office because of that fact. Some may see it as a good thing, since more than likely the studio has made up the money used to produce the film. But as a fan, I want the studio to see that people want to see more Black Clover, and cutting out that middleman of going to the theater, as old as it may be, could be setting it up for failure. We want to see more movies, we want more merchandise, we want more Black Clover, and if this movie doesn't do good, the bigwigs are going to see it, and no matter how many fans adore it, they're just going to drop the series. Netflix overall isn't a bad place to put a movie on anyways. Back when Black Clover first appeared on Japanese Netflix, it was able to reach the top 10 within its first 4 days on the platform. That's really good considering Japanese Netflix is known to have so many competing shows. So I would think in the eyes of Netflix, this movie is going to be pretty big for them. And like I mentioned earlier, cutting out the middleman, aka going to the movies itself, should be the future. It's just unfortunate that still in our day and age, it's just not like that anymore. Slowly but surely the time will change. We're already seeing it with streaming services like Disney+. A lot of people may not even be able to see the movie in person when it comes out either. It's either that like they're busy, or there's too small of a release window, or simply there's just not enough theaters that are going to cover it. Heck, I don't even think many theaters in my city will have it, and that's crazy considering where I live. I'm sorry if this whole video seemed like an overworried fan rambling about something that might not even matter in the grand scheme of things, but this series genuinely means a lot to me, and I want nothing in the world for it to succeed. In retrospect, this movie does have a lot going for it in terms that its director from the anime, Tatsuya Yoshihara, is directing it, all while he was probably directing the action in the Chainsaw Man adaptation. Which, by the way, quick side tangent, Tatsuya is honestly such a great director when it comes to action scenes in general. We've seen how crazy he can get when it comes to the Black Clover fight, but after seeing some of the fights that are being adapted in Chainsaw Man, it just risen him to a top-ranking director for me, and I just can't wait to see him work on more projects in the future. Black Clover Sword of the Wizard King comes out on March 31st, 2023, and I advise anybody to watch it. The movie is going to be canon, taking place sometime after volume 23 of the manga apparently, but even then, it's still going to be its own self-contained story so that many people who haven't gotten into the series can possibly dip their toes into it with this movie, and it could lead to an influx of more fans, which is always a joy to see. I love Black Clover a lot, and I can't wait to see what 2023 and beyond has to offer. And with Jump Festa on the horizon as well, we'll also be able to see what the series has cooking. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Happy watching, everyone.